I'm Cristoph De Boek, and I develop installations or environments in which I try to transform an environment through sound. And there's a series of large-scale installations that I work with steel and sound, and how sound is produced through the steel by transducers mounted on the steel. The previous works I've made were rather large scale, as I said, and one of them was time code matter, a large circle of 12 meters diameter, and there were massive sheets of steel on every hour of the clock in 12 positions. So there it was more about the presence of the visitor and the presence of the steel sheets. And the installation after that, where I worked with a lot of steel tiles on the ceiling. There was the rhythm of the brainwaves of the visitor, who had a headset, and he could walk underneath his own rhythm of his own brainwaves, because there were little hammers or solenoids ticking on the 70 or 100 sheets of steel, tiles of steel of 70 by 70 centimeters. And then after that I came to this work, because these environments were rather large and they would transform a whole space, a large area. And this, I wanted to see what I could do with transforming a private space, so a more intimate space. And therefore this is called cell. Now cell is both referring to the idea of an imprisoned small encapsulated space, but also to the fact that a cell is never alone. It's inside a body which is comprised of cells. Cells are always in a network. So how is this both a cell and a network? This is what you see is a cylinder made of steel, and inside are mounted transducers that transfer sound waves onto the inside surfaces of the cylinder. They are triggered, the sounds on the steel are triggered by sensors that are a network around us. They are small black boxes, and some of them are mounted on the ceiling, some of them on the heating system, on the pipes, others on the window, or even on objects like the table or other furniture in the infrastructure that the work is exhibited. So therefore, all the vibrations that are transplanted propagated through the solids of the infrastructure, and this can be a bus passing on the street, a plane flying over, high heels on the floor above us, or just people leaning on the table. Any kind of vibrations, they are transferred wirelessly, picked up by the sensors and transferred wirelessly to this installation. Therefore, inside you can feel, if you hold your hands on the steel wall inside, you can feel the vibrations that are transferred from different points in the building. So the idea is this is kind of a tactile interface between you as a body and the body of the infrastructure, the body of the building. And how are they produced, the sound waves? You hear whenever a real-time vibration is happening, you will hear it in a very low infrasonic energy in the structure, and you can really feel it then. But after that, when that has happened, it will start looping, it will start playing over and over again. It goes into playback mode of that vibration that has just happened. And that's what you hear now. What you hear now are vibrations that have happened in the last hour or sometimes minutes. The one that is very high is a vibration that has happened some time ago, because what is happening is it's a kind of a translation of vibrations over time, which means they kind of evaporate. They become higher and higher. So a vibration happens. Vibration is infrasonic energy. And from then on it starts looping, and it will, with every loop, it will be transposed 1 hertz. So it will be a bit higher every time it loops. That's what you hear it in repetition all the time, and every time it will go higher and higher until it's so high that it evaporates, that you don't hear it anymore. So in this sense, this installation is also a kind of a repository or a reservoir for energy living in the building. You keep it there, and over time it will disappear again.